Hello and welcome to this our live coverage of the second and final day of the New Zealand Open 2023. We're here at the Golf Warehouse Great Golf Holes of the World course, that's in Lower Hutt, Wellington, and we'll be bringing you the final 3 rounds of the tournament today, where we'll be following the leading group. Now, you can see from the leaderboard currently on the screen, the top 3 players that we'll be following is Matt Ansley on 3 over par, James McCarthy on 7 over par, and Cameron Cooper on 10 over par. Now, this was also the same group that we were following for 3 rounds yesterday, or 2 rounds yesterday, and that footage is still available. For those who didn't see it, I can tell you that Matt was very strong in that round. James McCarthy started off the day very strong, but had a few wobbles towards the end of the day. Cameron Cooper looked like he was fighting all day to try and get closer to the lead. Unfortunately, though, he finished on 2 dropped shots. So Cameron is now 7 behind our leader, Matt. Just hearing that players are making their final preparations at the moment, so we'll be joining them soon. Now, what I can tell you here, and I'm sure we'll see it in a bit, the weather is not as favourable as it was yesterday. So yesterday players were playing in 17 degrees, no rain and a slight bit of wind, slight to medium bit of wind. Today it looks like the rain is here. Some players are predicting it will go away, but certainly the course looks to me fairly wet. So that might change some of the styles. We'll see if that's the case later in the day. So do stick with us. Coming up, we have the final 3 rounds of the New Zealand Open as Matt Ansley, James McCarthy, Cameron Cooper battle it out to be crowned champion of the New Zealand Open 2023 and to win the wildcard entry into the WMF World Adventure Golf Tour final. Can see on the scores there that at least Paul Kerrigan and Paul O'Connell have started. So it should be any minutes now that our leading group tees off from the first lane here at the Golf Warehouse course. The course called Great Golf Holes of the World. Each lane here is inspired by a great golf course from around the world, and we'll be looking at those lanes in more detail as the day progresses. Okay, I've just got word that we can join our leading group now. Let's go over to them. This is lane number 2 here, Murfield Village. Players will be aiming to stop just before the hole. All about pace, this one. Too hard and the ball can roll back down. You want it to stop just by the hole. Yeah, you can see there, that was just a touch too hard. The ball rolled back down. However, you would expect players to have practiced this putt when they end up here. When they hit the ball too hard, this is a common place to end up. Yep, good too. Over now to James McCarthy on lane number 2, Murfield Village. Currently on +7, 4 away from the lead. Done the same thing there. Yep, hit the ball too hard. And it rolls back down that hill. Though, as I said, you would expect players to have practiced from this position. Sometimes the ball does roll back down. Oh, it did, but not quite to the hole, so that would be a drop shot. So that'll put James McCarthy on 8 over, 5 away from our current leader, who we're watching now. This is Matt Ainsley. And Matt's done, you can see Matt's done the opposite thing here. Hit the ball too soft. Really, you want to leave the ball just to the right of the hole, on the side of the wall. None of our players in this leading group managing to do it. So, first test for Matt here. Can he save par on lane number 2? It's round 6 of the New Zealand Open 2023. Oh dear. Okay. You can see the rain currently buffering the course. Might change things today. Certainly will change some of the shots, you'd think. Is that going to roll back down into the hole? No. Okay, so bad start from Matt Ainsley. Dropping at least 2 strokes here on lane number 2. Now that's the early chance that Cameron and James need. Okay, so that would be a 4. Over now to lane 3. This is Inverness. You can either go straight for the hole here or a rebound about halfway down the lane on the left wall. First to attempt this will be Cameron Cooper. The only person in our leading group not to have dropped a shot so far. James dropped 1 shot on lane number 2. Matt dropped 2 shots uncharacteristically on lane number 2. So this could be Cameron's chance to capitalise on those dropped shots. Some statistics in the top left of your screen worth looking at. You can see the ace percentage here is 6.5%. So definitely a possible ace. Cameron's average on this lane is 1.6. So it's a fairly good lane for him. It means he has at least 1 ace here. Yep, good 2 from Cameron. Over now to James McCarthy, coming off of a dropped shot on lane number 3. Oh, Lovely. Okay, so yes, good celebration. James McCarthy now back to even par for the round. That'll put him on 7 over, just 2 away from the lead now. Matt still with lane number 3 to play. Oh, and Matt's done it too. Okay, that's how you answer that. Matt now back to +4, 1 over for the round. On now to lane number 4. This is Cherry Hills. The thing to watch out for here is the first gap that we can see here. You want to catch the beginning of that ramp to go over the gap, rebound and try and get close to the hole. First to attempt that will be Cameron Cooper. Cameron currently on even par for the round. Different way of getting there though from James. 3-2 so far, no aces, no dropped shots for Cameron. Watch now to see if Cameron can get over that gap. Yeah, up the ramp, over the gap, very nice. What's the rebound like? Good, not quite good enough. Very, very close. This is what we want to see from Cameron though. This fighting spirit I talked about, we could see it yesterday. Looks like he's got it today as well, and that's exactly what we want to see here. James McCarthy just coming off of an ace on lane 3, currently on even for the round. 7 over for the tournament, 3 away from our leader, Matt Ansley. Good rebound. Is it fast enough? Yes, it is. 2 aces in a row for James McCarthy. James McCarthy now on 5 over par, just 2 strokes away from 6 over par, just 2 strokes away from our leader, Matt Ansley, on 4 over par, still with lane 4 to play. Good shot there from Matt. Safely across the gap. Good rebound, good pace. Okay, on now to lane number 5. This is Oakmont. Not too much to do here, just straight down the lane, attacking the hole. You can do a little nudge off the left-hand wall that can set you on a good line towards the hole. Just received some official communication to the World Adventure Golf Tour organisation that we have some viewers in Australia this morning. Hello to our Australian viewers watching. Oh, great ace there from Cameron. God, we are seeing so many aces in these first few lanes here. Fantastic play so far, James McCarthy. This will be for a hat-trick of aces. Something I imagine very, very rare at this course indeed. James McCarthy then not quite with the hat-trick, but 2 aces so far in the round. Over now to our leader, currently by 2 strokes, Matt Ansley. No, not a great rebound there. Had the angle a little bit wrong. Be over now to lane 6. Bay Hill. Let's take a look at the overall leaderboard though. Matt Ansley, 4 over par now. James McCarthy, he's got some shots back, 6 over par. Cameron Cooper remains on 10 over par. Thing to watch for on Bay Hill here, lane number 6, is whether you can get between those 2 lumps, the 2 humps. The danger here comes from if you launch your ball up onto one of the humps. It can go out of the lane. That needs to be avoided at all costs. Very nicely through the humps there from Cameron. Yep, really great play so far from Cameron. James McCarthy currently with 2 aces in his round. 1 drop shot, so 1 under for the round, 6 over for the tournament. Just 2 strokes away now from our leader, Matt. Oh, he's hit the wall on the way down, but he managed to stay in the lane. I was certain that was going out of the lane. Somehow, it stayed in the lane. James with a good bit of luck here on lane number 6. So James will go for the regulation rod now to mark off 20 centimetres. You can see, just looking here at the wall, at the green, at the bark, how wet it is today. The rain is still falling. It's going to be a test of toughness for these players today. Oh dear. That's a shame after 2 aces to drop a shot like that. I'll put Matt now with a 3-stroke clear lead. Matt still though with this lane number 6 to play. Matt now will be the next one to attempt to get through those humps. Yeah, very nicely through the humps there from Matt Ansley. Excellent shot. Over now to lane 7. This is Cypress Point. You want to just miss that rock on the left here to rebound off the wall to the right, making your way up to the top tier where the hole lies. We'll be watching Cameron Cooper attempt that first. Really, really nice scorecard there from Cameron. Look at that, no drop shots. He's the only one in our leading group not to have any drop shots. And 1 ace. Cameron, he's only 5 strokes away, mind you, but doesn't look like giving up is in his vocabulary. Oh, look at that. Fantastic ace there from Cameron Cooper. So, great round Cameron's on. 2 aces, no drop shots. He is fighting. Okay, over now to James McCarthy, just coming off of a drop shot on lane number 6. You can see here in the statistics in the top left, the ace percentage for lane 7. It's only 0.8%, so that shows you how good Cameron's ace was just then. Josh Mars, fantastic bench golf player. He's got in contact to say, still anyone's game at this point. I 100% agree. Josh, looking at the standard of play here, I wouldn't expect if it's up and down all day. It could go either way. Right, James McCarthy needs to save a 2 now on lane number 7. And he does. Good save there from James McCarthy. Matt Ansley now on lane number 7. Looking for the rebound off the wall opposite him, taking the ball up the hill. Not a bad shot. Yeah, really nice aces we've seen today so far. I can't believe how many aces we've seen. 5 now. Okay, over now to lane 8. Wentworth, or the double gap lane as I like to call it. So 2 gaps here, you want to go over the first ramp, over the second ramp, make sure you clear all of those gaps, both of those gaps, and you can do a rebound off the back. We'll be watching Cameron attempting to do just that in a second. Now look at that for a scorecard. Cameron, 2 aces, 2 under for the round, now 8 over for the tournament, just 4 strokes away now from Matt Ansley, 1 stroke away from James McCarthy in 7th place. In 2nd place on 7 over par. Now, watch how the ball bounces. Looks like a good bounce. Sometimes when the ball goes over these ramps, it can be a little bit random. Sometimes the ball bounces in such a way that the momentum comes out of the ball. It does seem to have landed very nicely for Cameron, and you have to say he deserves it with the way that he's playing at the moment. Good 2 there from Cameron Cooper. James McCarthy now, even for the round, 7 over for the tournament. Similar to shot there to Cameron. Bounce looked like it took, the rebound looked like it took some of the momentum off the ball. Sure, everyone watching is just hoping that this ace feast can keep going throughout the day. The standard of play we're seeing here is so high. It's a very difficult course, this one. So to see 5 aces already early into round 6, fantastic stuff. Matt Ansley now. Good shot from Matt. I would characterise his playing in these last 2 lanes as very safe, and I think that's probably a good idea when you're 3 strokes in the lead going into the final 3 rounds of the New Zealand Open 2023, or halfway through the first of 3 rounds today. Yep, nice and safe there from Matt. Over now onto lane 9. This is Olympic. Players here will be going over the very slight set of humps there, rebounding off the wall to the right, about halfway down the lane. We'll be watching Cameron Cooper do that first. Fantastic round here from Cameron so far, 2 under. He's just about to finish the first 9. And that's exactly what you want to do. You can see the hold is slightly defended there by some humps on either side of the hole. So you have to make sure you clear those, as Cameron's done here, to give you a clear line of sight to the hole. Yep, good 2. Over now to James McCarthy. Even par for the round. Ace percentage here is 3.2%, so it is possible, however unlikely. Good shot. Yeah, good 2 there from James. Finally, Matt Ansley. Sort of an uncharacteristic 4 there on lane number 2. Could have been some early final day nerves. Didn't look like he was quite settled back then, but it does look like he's settled now. Been playing some very safe, very consistent adventure golf. Just like that. Look at that. What a fantastic shot. Okay, on now to lane number 10. This is Riviera, and this is the first big danger for our players. You can see here you have to go up a very steep hill and rebound off the back. If you're too firm, the ball has a chance to roll back down to your feet. Just while we wait for the players to set up, you can see the leaderboard here at the moment. Matt Ansley with the lead, 4 strokes over par, 3 strokes behind him. James McCarthy, 4 strokes away. Cameron Cooper. Cameron and James are still fighting hard. Here's Cameron now. Fantastic 2 under for the round so far. Can he keep it up? This is a test. Look at this. Oh my goodness. What a round we are seeing here. Cameron Cooper with his 3rd ace of the round. He is 3 under. Wow. James McCarthy now. Oh, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. That is our 7th ace of the round so far. Now, this is going to be a test of Matt's mentality because he's in a group with 2 players that are not going to let him walk away with this win. And he's got the mentality. Wow. 3 aces on an extremely difficult hole. If you see the ace percent here is just 3.2%, and we've just seen all 3 players make the ace. Incredible stuff here in the New Zealand Open 2023. Now this is Harbour Town. What players will be looking to do here is avoid the 2 walls that jut out, avoid the rock, and it's all about how much contact you get off the wall on the left. But just look at that for a scorecard. No drop shots, 3 under. Look at this contact on the ball with the wall to the left. You just want a slight contact, just like that. He looked... He did look slightly disappointed, but actually, that's a good shot. It's a good shot. It's not easy to get that amount of contact on the wall down the left. James McCarthy now. His average for this lane is 2.4, so he has struggled with it, but he's on a very good round as well. 1 under for the round. Looks like a good contact as well with that wall on the left. I tell you what, our leading group here are making this game look easy. This has just been a delight to watch so far. Okay, Matt now, after dropping 2 shots with a 4 earlier on, he's now back to even par for the round. Another good contact. Let me tell you, you have to be so precise with that rebound. It's not as easy as they are making it look. Over now to lane number 12. This is Royal Portrush. Players will be looking to rebound off the wall just before the hump. You can just see on the right there to clear the 2 walls that jut out and pose danger if you so much as touch one of them. Bit of course maintenance here, so while I do that we can look at the overall leaderboard. It's just updating as we speak. Currently our leader, Matt Ansley, 3 over par. James McCarthy, 6 over par. Cameron Cooper, 7 over par. Also of interest to some people, John Ansley and Faye Ansley started the day tied. They're now 4 strokes separated. Right, Cameron Cooper. And I promise you that is not a mistake. He is really on 3 under for the round. No drop shots. 3 aces. He's past the two walls, jutting out. And the pace is excellent. Looking at how Cameron and James are playing today, you really think it's still anyone's game. Cameron was fighting all day yesterday. James started off well. He had a little bit of a wobble. It looks like the overnight rest has done him well. James McCarthy currently on 1 under for the round. Good rebound. It's pacey. It's too fast. It's way too fast. So a little bit of a test now for James McCarthy. He's currently on 1 under for a round. Sure he won't want to drop here. Oh, that's a shame. That is a real shame. So his scorecard now is currently 3 aces, just like Cameron. But unlike Cameron, he's got 3 drops, whereas Cameron doesn't have any. Okay, now over to Matt Ansley. Even for the round, he's our leader. 3 strokes, actually 4 strokes in the lead now, given James has just dropped 1. Good shot there from Matt. Right, over now. This is lane 13, Royal Melbourne. The big question here is how do you get through that gap? Some of our players will hug the right-hand wall. Some of the players will attempt to use a rebound to get through there. I think we saw all 3 of these players yesterday favouring the hug of the right-hand wall. So I suspect we'll be seeing that again today. We now have, this is Cameron Cooper, who's now tied in 2nd place after gaining 3 strokes on both James McCarthy and Matt Ansley today. Close again from Cameron. Starting to wonder just how low can he go. Even in this rain. Look at that rain. It's not affecting him though. If anything, it's like he's got some Viking spirit. It's buoying him on. Good shot there from James McCarthy after dropping on lane 12. Matt Ansley now. Even for the round and now just 4 shots in front of his 2 playing partners, James and Cameron. Yep, favouring the hug down the right, and then what's his pace like? Very good. Okay, this is now lane 14, St Andrews. Want to rebound off the right, and just whatever you do, make sure you end up between the 2 humps here with a clear sight of the hole. Cameron will be first to attempt this. We are witnessing the camera person right now, but I was about to say we are witnessing a fantastic round from Cameron. James McCarthy now. Oh, so close. So close there from James. Now Matt Ansley. One under for the round, 4 under for the tournament. 4 under. Just heard from my producer that I think one of them incorrectly entered a score on one of the lanes. So we're going to take the graphics off the screen just for a second. After this lane, they will be checking there. Oh my goodness. Cameron Cooper, I believe that's his 4th ace of the round. On fire. Almost can't believe my eyes. This quality of adventure golf we're seeing from Cameron Cooper today, I think the only way I can describe it is absolutely world class. What a treat. Yeah, Cam getting it done. Absolutely. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. As I said, now after Matt, players will just be advised to check. They're using the official WMF World Adventure Golf Tour app to enter their live scores. That's how we can see the graphics on the screen. Looks like perhaps with the adrenaline of this leading group, an incorrect score was entered. So they'll check that in a bit and then we'll resume the graphics on the screen. So Cameron Cooper here. James McCarthy now. See, the rain is still pouring down. Not quite sure there if he's got a clear line of sight to the hole. It may be that he's slightly obstructed by the end of the hump there. If so, he'll have to aim slightly to the left. He's looking at it. I think he might be slightly obstructed. So that'll be a drop shot from James McCarthy. Oh, very, very close. So I do believe now, hearing from the producer, that the scores have been entered correctly. So this is Cam's scorecard. 4 aces for the round, incredible. James McCarthy, who we've just seen drop a shot on 16, so he's 1 over for the round, 8 over for the tournament. Matt Ainsley 1 over for the round, 4 over for the tournament. So it looks like we're all correct now. Oh, close. Lovely bit of encouragement there from his fellow players, winning the ball to go in the hole. And the interesting story we have at the top of the leaderboard now, it's just Matt Ainsley with a small 2-stroke lead now over Cameron Cooper, who we've just seen have an incredible round. They're now on to lane 18. This is Augusta National. I mean, if Cameron makes an ace here, the ace percent is 0.8%, so don't think we can hope for that. But even a 2, what an incredible round this would be. I'm sure everyone watching him willing the ball to just miss that horseshoe hump. That's what you got to do here on lane 18, Augusta National. Just make sure that your second stroke you have a clear line of sight to the hole guarded by that horseshoe hump. We can see, slow down, fantastic shot, fantastic round from Cameron. Look at that scorecard. What a fighter. So that overall leaderboard, that was actually before the scores are corrected. So now the corrected scores will go into the overall leaderboard. You'll be able to see that in a second. James McCarthy, now again, very, very close shot. Now the leaderboard in the top right is correct now. Matt Ansley, 4 over par. Cameron Cooper just 2 shots away on 2 over par after a fantastic round. James McCarthy, 8 over par. But Matt Ansley is in trouble, so if he drops a shot here, it will be just a 1-stroke difference now from James and Cameron. This could potentially be a 6-stroke swing for Cameron with just 2 rounds to go after this one. Do not go anywhere. The drama's high here, the final day of the New Zealand Open 2023. Players will immediately go into the penultimate round after this, so do stick with us. And then after that, we will reorder the groups in absolute order for the final round. So that's it, a 1-stroke lead now for Matt Ansley, and the story of the round, a heroic round from Cameron Cooper. We said he was a fighter, and he's proved that. 4 under for the round, 6 over for the tournament, Cameron Cooper. James McCarthy, 1 over for the round, 8 over for the tournament. Matt Ansley, 2 over for the round, 5 over for the tournament, just with a 1-stroke lead over Cameron Cooper. Stick with us and we'll start the penultimate round very shortly. I can hear from the producer that the players are just taking a little bit of time just to make sure their equipment is dry. As you could see here, it was a very rainy day in Wellington. I think you could just hear there some of the excitement of that amazing round we just saw having an impact on the official WMF World Adventure Golf Tour dog. Players here about to enter the penultimate round of the New Zealand Open, and you can see on the leaderboard how close it is. Matt Ansley 5 strokes over par. Cameron Cooper hot on his heels, 6 strokes over par. James McCarthy, do not count him out yet, just 3 strokes away from our leader on 8 over par. Players now just making their final preparations on lane 1. This is Pebble Beach, the only par 2 on the course. It's a nice gentle start for our players. You can see here the ace percentage 15.6%, so definitely a possibility of an ace. So James McCarthy to start. Oh, good start. Excellent pace. Not quite though. Over now to Matt Ansley with a narrow 1-stroke lead. Just 2 rounds to go here. The New Zealand Open 2023. Anyone could win that wildcard entry into the WMF World Adventure Golf Tour final. Good shot there from Matt. Got to be thinking what's going through Cameron's head at the moment. Is it adrenaline, just coming off of an absolutely incredible round? 4 aces, no drop shots. If he keeps that up, he could very well take the lead in this round. Oh, not quite. Over now to lane 2. You can see the flyover here. This is Murfield Village. Rebound off the left. All about pace this hole. We saw in the previous round players not quite getting the pace right, and you can be in danger. James hit it too hard in the previous round. Can he correct that error here? You can see his average on this lane 2.5%, so he does struggle here, and he's hit it too hard again. You can see if you're just a bit too hard, the downslope of the green will take the ball away. So James gets out the regulation rod to measure 20 centimetres away from the wall. Good 2 there from James. Have a slight feeling he is well practiced from that position. Okay, Matt Ansley now. Just with a 1-stroke lead still. In the previous round, Matt was too soft. Oh, that was risky. So similar shot to the one that we just saw from James. And good 2 there from Matt. He's happy with it. He's extremely happy with it. Don't think we've seen a celebration like that for a 2 all day. Cameron Cooper now. 1 stroke away from the lead. Oh, that was risky also. No, it's too hard. It's going down the hill. Almost bounced out of the lane. Remained in though, however. Good two also from Cameron. So on to lane 3. This is Inverness. What you're looking for here is the slightest of rebounds down the left, the wall on the left, to send the ball on a course towards a hole. First to attempt that will be James McCarthy. Yep, straight through actually, my mistake, you want to go straight through. Going for the front door. Matt Ansley now. Looking good. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Just peeled off at the end there. I think he thought that was looking good as well, judging from his reaction. And Cameron Cooper now. Oh dear. Okay. Oh dear. That's the first mistake we've seen all day from Cameron. And this could potentially be the first drop shot we see for Cameron. This is extremely difficult. Perhaps he was thinking ahead a bit too much. He knows he's just one stroke away from the lead. Question now is going to be, can he remain one stroke away from the lead? A lot riding on this. Oh dear. That's his first drop shot of the day, so he will move to 2 strokes behind Matt Ansley. On now to lane 4. This is Cherry Hills. Thing to watch out here is the gap. Can't watch the flyover though, because James McCarthy is just about to do it. So you want to just catch a bit of that ramp to make sure you're over the gap, just like that. And then the rebound. If you hit the wall in exactly the right place, it will send the ball towards a hole. Matt Ansley now. Currently 2 strokes in the lead over Cameron Cooper. After Cameron just dropped on lane 3. Oh, fantastic ace there from Matt. We can see the ace percent is only 2.8%, so that's a good ace. It might be that Cameron dropping and his first mistake of the day has given Matt a bit of hope. So Cameron now needs to stay steady. Doesn't want to slip now. He's just had his first drop of the day. Might be a bit too soft again. It is, but it's not terrible. He's got a good chance to make that for a 2. And he does. So over now to lane 5. This is Oakmont. And now this is the lane where you just want to nudge that wall on the left to send the ball towards the hole. Alternate shot is to play a rebound off the back. James McCarthy here on a good round so far, no drops, even for the round. 4 strokes away from the leader, Matt, so do not count him out of it yet. Going for the rebound. It's not fast enough though. You can see the ace percentage here is 10.4%, so a good chance, especially for players of this caliber, to get the ace. Oh, I'm not sure if that's what he intended. Oh, you can see players are really battling with the rain. You wouldn't know it though, looking at the standard of play, it's been exceptionally high. Cameron Cooper now. He had a fantastic previous round. Little bit wobbly this round. 2 shots that were quite short, not fast enough. This looks good though. That looks very good. Okay, Cameron Cooper back to even par, 6 over for the tournament now, just 2 strokes away from Matt Ansley. As we go over to lane number 6, this is Bay Hill. Players just looking to get between the 2 lumps, the 2 humps there. First to attempt to do that will be James McCarthy. So the thing to watch for here is whether the ball can cleanly go between those 2 humps. It can bounce off the hump to the right, that's okay, but you don't want it to go up the hump and over the lane, just like what's happened there for James. That's the danger on this hole. If your ball rides up on the hump, you can send it out of the lane. Now this is a very, very tricky shot for James. He's got a lovely clean scorecard so far. He would love to keep it that way. But this is not easy though. This will be severely left to right. Oh, he's done it. Fantastic save there to keep a clean scorecard for the round. Excellent recovery. Matt Ansley now, 1 under for the round. Excellent round so far. Last round we commented that he was playing steady and safe. This round he looks like he's fighting a bit more. He knows his lead is only 2 strokes now. Yeah, good too. Now sometimes the players, as you can see there, they obstruct our view to the hole, but the biggest directive we've given to our production crew here is do not change your position as the players are taking their backswing. That's the most important, so if you can't always see the hole, that will be why. Cameron then cleanly through the humps. Yeah, you can see here we're Bit obstructed, but that's okay. As I said, most important thing is that we don't disrupt these players because this is of critical importance. Now, lane 7, Cypress Point, you want to miss this rock on the left, rebound off the right, up the hill towards the hole. Quickly take a look at our leaderboard. Well, actually, let's look at what the players are doing. They're just trying to clear off a puddle. From the beginning of the lane. Matt with an interesting technique there, using a jacket, it looked like, or something, or a rag, to sweep away the water. He's doing it again. But who am I to question his techniques here? He's doing something right. He is a leader here at the New Zealand Open 2023 with 1 round and 2/3 of this one still to play. Sweepers coming out now. This was the real Cypress Point course. You feel they might have someone doing that for them, but not here. Okay. James McCarthy then, 1 rebound up the hill. See his average here is 1.83. He did make an ace here yesterday. Oh dear. It's gonna roll. Oh, I thought it was gonna roll back into that divot. He probably would have preferred that. So another great save required here from James to keep his scorecard clean. We can see how it is at the moment. Completely clean scorecard. He'll want to keep it that way. Right, it'll be right to left for sure. Even more dramatic right to left than I think we were both expecting. So this will be James McCarthy's first drop shot of the round. This will move him back to 9 over for the tournament. He'll now be 5 strokes away from our leader, Matt Ansley. Matt to play next. Great round from Matt so far. 1 ace, no drop shots. 2 hard from Matt now, but I think he just about has a clear line of sight to the hole without that divot getting in the way. I bet all of our players are wishing for the clean skies of yesterday. Maybe wishing this was just a one-day tournament. No such luck though. Cameron in the background on the sweeper. He's not watching Matt's shot. So that's Matt's first drop of the round. Matt will move to even for the round, 5 over for the tournament. Just 1 stroke away now from Cameron Cooper. Cameron knows still with this lane to play. If you do have any predictions for who you think the winner will be, or how this will turn out, please do get in contact with us, let us know. Cameron now rebound up the hill. So Cameron dropping here. Well, he almost did have a one-stroke lead, but it's not to be. It will still be a two-stroke lead. We move now to lane 8. This is Wentworth. The 2-gap hole. Over the first ramp, over the second ramp, missing both those gaps towards the hole. James will be the first to attempt it. I've had one person get in touch to say they predict a Matt win. See, Matt's currently our leader by 2 clear strokes. Close from James, but it's ended up in a bad place for him. So, for the 3rd lane in a row, he's being asked a lot of his 2nd stroke. Can he make the escape here? This will be to remain 9 over par for the tournament. No, not quite. Not quite. Looked like if he hit the ball a bit harder, it would have been a backdoor save. No such luck though. Matt Ansley now. Watch the ball as it goes over those 2 ramps. Can be slightly unpredictable what happens to the momentum of the ball. Matt opting to go for just the 1 ramp. I think that probably makes the path of the ball a little bit more predictable. Nice and safe shot there from Matt, and that's exactly what you want when you're leading by 2 strokes. Can't blame him for that at all. Okay, regulation rod comes out, 20 centimetres. Again, our view is obstructed, so hope you understand. It's because we cannot move the camera as the players take their backswing. Okay, Cameron here again, going for the safer 1 ramp option. Hasn't worked out quite as well for Matt. So we have a little bit of a tester here on lane 8. Hat comes off. I think that's the first time we've seen it today. Good 2. Clearly good move there, taking off the hat. Okay, on now to lane 9. This is Olympic. You want to go over those 3 slight humps. Rebound off the ball to the right. Rebound off the wall to the right. This is how the overall leaderboard looks currently. This was after lane 7. You can see now Matt Ansley 5 over par, Cameron Cooper 7 over par, James McCarthy 10 over par. But it's James now on lane number 9. Have to clear those 2 humps, and he has. Yep, good 2 there from James. Matt Ansley now, even par for the round. That's what he needs to do to stay steady. 1.5 rounds to go. He's 2 strokes in the lead. Oh, close. His average on this lane is 1.83, so he has made the ace at least once this tournament. Cameron Cooper now. 1 over for the round. So far not able to replicate the magic round he had in the previous round. I think he was 3 under by this point. Set him off for a great start to the day. Put him right in contention. That is a good shot though. On now to the very dangerous lane 10, Riviera. We can take a look at it here. Up a very steep hill, rebound off the back. If you hit the ball too hard, it has every chance of ending up back at your feet. See what our players are doing here, using the broom, scraping the water off the course. All in a day's life of an adventure golf player playing in such conditions. Looks like the scores haven't quite registered yet for lane 9. Too soft there from James. Good 2, however. Matt Ainsley still with a 2-stroke lead. Sure, the danger will be playing on his mind. He'll be looking to get away from this lane as quickly as possible. How's the pace? It's too hard, but the line was such that he was saved from going back down the hill. Yep, good 2. Okay, Cameron Cooper now. 1 over for the round, 7 over for the tournament, 2 strokes away from Matt Ainsley currently. Whatever you do, do not hit this too hard. Such a test here in these very challenging conditions. But the pace is lovely there. He'll be happy with that. On now to lane 11. This is Harbour Town. What you want to do here is avoid the 2 walls that jut out, avoid the rock. And it's all about the contact on the wall to the left to send it into the wall in the right. Very technical hole, this one. Doesn't help either with the water there. Okay, scores are now registered, as you can see, for lanes 9 and 10. Players scoring using the official WMF World Adventure Golf Tour app. This live streaming is powered by that same app, and it's free for anyone to use. So if you would also like to live stream your adventure golf tournaments, that's available to you. The World Adventure Golf Tour organisation, being a non-profit organisation, they don't take any money from the players or the federations for taking part. They don't trademark or patent any of the technology that makes what you see here possible. It's all for the advancement of the game. Matt Ainsley now. Finesse required here, and finesse is not an easy thing to find when you're 2 strokes in the lead, but he's found it. Fantastic shot from Matt, absolutely textbook on this lane. and Cameron Cooper now. You might be starting to feel he's running out of time somewhat, needs to make something happen. Of course, we saw that push in the previous round. He needs to keep pushing, he needs to keep fighting. Doesn't look like he's giving up though. What's his contact like? It's good. Oh, it was very, very good. So close. As I said, you do get the feeling he does need to make something happen here. Over now to lane 12. We'll just take a look at the leaderboard before we get there. So James McCarthy first to attempt lane number 12, where you have to clear the two walls that jut out as obstacles. He's done a fantastic job. We're seeing play to a very, very high standard here, even if we're not seeing as many aces in the final round as the previous round. Matt Ansley. He's cleared the walls, good pace. Okay, Cameron Cooper now. Only 0.7% ace chance here. Perfect pace though, wow. Can only say we are being absolutely spoiled here with our leading group coverage. It's been fantastic all day so far. Okay, on now to lane 13. This is Royal Melbourne. Players here will be hugging the wall down the right to clear those two walls. James McCarthy then first attempt. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen? Wow. Never seen that before. It looked like he did everything right. He hugged the wall down the right. Well, I have to say I'm not sure about that judgment. I don't think the ball did leave the lane. Oh, that's a shame. That is such a shame. I think he should have thought a bit more there about the rules. Obviously, he put the ball in a more disadvantaged position to him, so that is fair, but I would say the ball did not leave the lane. That wall in the middle there is not a perimeter wall, it's an obstacle, so I would say the ball jumped over an obstacle rather than leaving the lane. So that could have been an avoidable dropped shot for James. But on to Matt now. More traditional approach towards the hole. Cameron Cooper now. Still just 2 strokes away from our leader, Matt. I suppose it's easy for me to say about the rules. I am in the inside environment here. Could just be a case of our players wanting to get on with it as quickly as possible. Conditions are very, very challenging. So lane 14 now. This is St Andrews. Tap off the wall down the right to end up between the humps. Bit of a challenging round, you can see, for James. 3 dropped shots, no aces. I think he was once in contention, definitely before this round started. He was once in contention. I think he has to pull something magic out of the hat to remain in contention now. 6.9% ace chance here, so it's definitely possible. He needs to get these aces, he needs them soon. He doesn't have one here. Matt Ainsley now. Oh, really clever shot there from Matt. That shows his adventure golf intelligence, using the contours of the hump there to take the ball towards the hole. Looked like he had almost achieved the ace. Beautiful shot. Cameron now. It's pacey. Ooh. Not quite. Looks like his backswing might be a little bit hampered here, but he should be okay. Now, lane 15. New St Andrews, the only par 4 on this course. Players will be looking to make it up the hill on the first shot, otherwise very likely that they'll end up with a 3. First to try and get up this hill, James McCarthy. You can see a lot of lane maintenance still going on to try and clear the water away. So we've got 4 lanes left here in the penultimate round of the New Zealand Open 2023. After this round, we will take a short break to reorder the groups in absolute order before the final round of the New Zealand Open 2023. Do not go anywhere. Now, James, can he make it up this hill? Good pace. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful shot. If it was firmer, he could have left the lane there. As it was, the pace was perfect. Really good. So he's had 3 drop shots this round, but it doesn't seem to be impacting his play. Matt Ainsley now. Even for the round, still 2 strokes in the lead. That's since lane 3, where Cameron dropped a shot. He's not up the hill. Okay, we could see some change in his lead now. Cameron knows still to play this hole. So the first question is, can Matt save the 2 here? It's an extremely difficult shot to save the 2. Oh, so close. So close, good attempt. So now, if Cameron can make it up this hill in 1, he has every chance of narrowing his 2-stroke deficit to 1. Cameron Cooper now. Pressure's on. This is one of those decisive holes, decisive moments. Can he get up the hill? Oh no! Now, the ball left the lane on the hill, so Cameron is allowed to use something to make sure that the ball stays where it is. Doesn't look like he needs to though, it does look like it's staying in his position. Regulation rod comes out 20 centimetres. It's not all the way up the hill, but this is definitely possible. It's an easier shot than Matt had. If Cameron can make this, he will be just one stroke away from the lead here, as we are almost about to go into the final round. Okay, hat comes off again. We know that's worked for him before. Left to right action. No. Perhaps he was expecting a bit more left to right. Maybe the rain and the damp lane played its part. So still the same story between Matt and Cameron. It's 2 strokes between them. As we go now to lane 16, this is Royal St George. Aiming just right, making sure you have a clear line of sight to the hole after your first shot. You have to say that scorecard there from James McCarthy doesn't really represent his skill. He's been playing very, very well. Maybe a slight bit unlucky. He's 5 strokes away from the lead at the moment. Definitely not out of it yet. But he would have been hoping for a better round. He would have been hoping for a better shot there. Oh dear. Yeah, you can see it in his body language. He knows he's got a challenge up ahead. How many times have we said it this round? James has a difficult escape to make now for a 2. He's 3 over in the round. 5 shots away from the leader. Doesn't want to drop any more shots. This could be critical for his chances of winning the New Zealand Open 2023. No. So he'll drop another shot. That's 4 drop shots for the round. 6 strokes away now from Matt Ansley. Matt, though, still with this lane to play. Oh, beautiful. Great shot. Really good demonstration here of his adventure golf intelligence, using the contours of that hump to his advantage, keeping the ball with a good line of sight to the hole. Yeah, good 2 there from Matt. Cameron now. Is he going to make it over the hump? He isn't. Now this could separate Matt and Cameron even more. He's 2 strokes away from Matt at the moment. Laying up for a 3, I have to say I don't think that's the right decision. At this point in the game, I think you risk going over the hump. Maybe he'll live to regret that. Lane 17, Firestone now. Players, I think, favouring the rebound off the back. James McCarthy first. Oh, close. Really feel like he deserves an ace this round. Not to be here though. Matt now very solid this round, 1 over for the round. Doing exactly what he needs to do. He's 3 strokes in the lead at the moment. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful from Matt. Okay, an ace here on lane 17. That'll take him to even par for the round. 5 over for the tournament. Now 4 strokes clear of Cameron Cooper. Cameron with this lane to play. Oh, almost a perfect response. Very almost a perfect response from Cameron. Not quite though. Finally, it's lane 18, Augusta National. Players will be teeing off from the right, touching the wall off the left, attempting to make sure you have a clean line of sight to the hole past that horseshoe hump. James first. I'd love him to finish with an ace here. Oh, close. So close. So unfortunately for James, no aces in this round. It's 4 over for the round, 12 over for the tournament. Again, I'll say I don't think that's represented as high standards of play, but sometimes that is the game. Matt Anstey now coming off an incredible ace on lane 17. Even for the round. Some of the momentum taken out there by the hump. So Matt will need this to retain his 4-stroke lead over Cameron going into the final round here. No, not quite. Could be back to a 3-stroke lead. Cameron still with this lane to play. Cameron here 3 over for the round. He was 4 under at this point in the previous round. Oh, again, bit of a dodgy roll over the hill. So if he can make this, he'll be 3 strokes away from the leader going into the final round. If not, potentially 4 strokes. No. So 4 strokes away from the leader. Right now what we're going to do is reorder the groups into absolute order. So a small break will keep the stream going, but do not go anywhere because we are about to show you the final round of the New Zealand Open 2023 with the players battling it out to be crowned champion of the New Zealand Open and to win the wildcard entry into the WMF World Adventure Golf Tour final. Stick with us for that final round shortly. So while we wait for our leading group to start the final round, we can bring you a bit of bonus coverage here, celebrating all of the players in the New Zealand Open. Love to see some aces in our bonus coverage. While we wait for players to begin their final. Here's a reminder of where things stand. Matt Ainsley, 6 over par. Cameron Cooper, 10 over par. However, we have seen Cameron achieve what was previously thought as unthinkable with a round of 4 under today. So, he's got it in him. Can he do it on the final round though? That remains to be seen. James McCarthy has been playing brilliantly all day as well, just with an unfortunate penultimate round. John Ansley, Faye Ansley, also interesting to watch them. Okay, so here we are. This is the final round of the New Zealand Open 2023, the 8th and final round. It's been a long tournament. It's been a great tournament. Thank you to everyone who's joined us all the way through the tournament. I know there's a lot of you. We're about to see how this final round plays out. Who is going to be crowned champion? Who will win that wildcard entry into the WMF World Adventure Golf Tour final? Also, at the end of this round, ranking points will be assigned, so all of these people that we see now will be on the global leaderboard. They'll have a global ranking. This is the 11th tournament in the WMF World Adventure Golf Tour. Just Australia to go after this one, the Australian Open in early 2024. So, James McCarthy to kick us off now on this final round. Although there is some distance at the top of the leaderboard, I still say, with this calibre of players, still too close to call. Oh no! I can't believe James's luck. We were saying during the previous round he deserved more aces. It's tough to start off like that. That could have gave him the momentum he needs. Now Cameron Cooper, 4 strokes away from Matt Ansley. Cameron's done it. Cameron's off to a good start with the ace here. Okay, 3 strokes away now, but with Matt still with this lane to play. So it's the first strike here to Cameron on this final round. Cameron now just 3 strokes away from the leader here, Matt. On now to lane 2. This is Murfield Village. Players looking to rebound off the left. All about pace, this lane. James McCarthy not having the correct pace here. He's rolling back down the hill. Good to escape from James. Over now to Cameron, you can see his scorecard. 1 under for the round. How's his pace? Oh, is it going to catch a hill? No. Okay. This could actually be a tricky shot here because it's downhill, and if you're too fast, the ball will roll down that hill. So I'm sure that'll be on his mind. A trickle shot here required. Cameron Cooper currently 3 strokes away from the leader, Matt. Great shot. Great shot there from Cameron. We just had Josh Mars get in contact with us saying that this is going to be close. We've got the very best of talent, New Zealand adventure golf on display at the moment. Now again, same as Cameron, too soft. An early test of pace here this hole. This ball will move from right to left. From left to right even. Yeah, lovely and confident there. Clearly not letting his lead get to him. Lane 3 Inverness. You can see some lane maintenance still required to get rid of those puddles. Inverness. A front door shot here, lane number 3. Definitely possible to get an ace. You can see 7.9% in the top left of your screen. Not quite from James. I'm tense just watching this. Can't imagine what our leading players will be feeling right now. Maybe they're just too concerned about getting the puddles away from the lane. Oh, he's done it again. This is more like the Cameron Cooper we saw in round 7. 2 aces out of 3 to start. Now just 2 strokes away from Matt. Matt still with this lane to play. The gloves are off here in the final round of the New Zealand Open 2023. Oh, close. Close from Matt, almost with the perfect answer. So that'll be Matt now. If he makes this just with a 2-stroke lead, it's gone from 4 strokes to 2 strokes just in the space of these first 3 lanes. Anything can happen next. It's anyone's guess. Lane 4, Cherry Hills. What you're looking at here is this gap and this ramp get over the ramp, and then a rebound. If you get just a perfect place in the wall, you can get an ace. You can see the ace percentage here is 7.9%, so it's definitely possible. James McCarthy, first to attempt. He's had a bit of an ace drought. Unlike the weather here, his aces have been dry. Nice bit of running there in the background. Bit of athletic prowess on display. Now look at this scorecard. Cameron Cooper fighting in this final round. We've said he's been a fighter all weekend. Does he have the final bit of gas in the tank he will need to win this? Oh, not bad. Saying he's got a little bit of a funny kick off the wall. Regulation rod comes out, 20 centimetres. Matt Ansley now. Currently 2 strokes in the lead. This to make it 3. Oh, look at him. Oh. Huge exhale there. That's how much this means to him. It means everything right now to all of these players. Lane 5, Oakmont. Players playing a rebound shot here off the back. James McCarthy first attempt here. Ace percentage here is 11, so it's definitely possible. Difficult to tell there whether he was going for the front door or the back door. Okay, over now to Cameron. On 2 under for the round. We know what he's capable of. We've seen him get 4 under today. He's absolutely capable of winning this. Going for the back door. It's pacey, but it's acey. 3 aces now for Cameron Cooper. Sheer brilliance on display. Just 1 stroke away from our leader now, Matt Ansley. Matt still with this lane to play. Is it going to hit the hole? It is. But that's okay. Right. Whew. Deep breaths, everyone. 1 stroke now separating our leader here, Matt, from the fighter that is Cameron Cooper. Lane 6, Bay Hill. Players will be looking to go between these 2 humps here that we can see. You need to pass cleanly through the 2 humps. The danger is if you ride one of the humps, it can take your ball out of the playing area. Everyone watching, you've got the best seats in the house right now. Privileged look here at this leading group. As I say this, I would really like to thank our local production team here on the ground at Golf Warehouse in Lower Hutt, Wellington. They have been fantastic all weekend in getting us this coverage. Right, look at that scorecard. Cameron Cooper currently 3 under for the round, 1 stroke away from the leader. Can he make it cleanly through the humps? He can. A little bit soft. Now normally you would say this shot isn't too difficult, but he knows he's on an amazing round. He knows he's 1 stroke away from the leader. They can see that in their scoring apps. Great shot. Matt Ansley now. Clean scorecard. Nothing wrong with his round at all. But he knows he has Cameron Cooper right on his heels. He's through the humps. Good pace. You wouldn't, if he's feeling any pressure at the moment, you wouldn't know it whatsoever. Steady as a rock. Great 2. Lane 7 now. Cypress Point. Missed the rock on the left there. Rebound off the right. Up towards the hole. Up the slope towards the hole. We'll be seeing James McCarthy first to attempt this. James on a bit of a ace drought at the moment. Unfortunate, really. He had a little wobble at the end of yesterday, but apart from that, he's been playing fantastic adventure golf all weekend. There's a rebound. Oh, again, it's close. I'm sure all eyes on him at the moment. Cameron Cooper looks to be putting sheer brilliance out of the hat at the moment. 1 stroke away from our leader. Can he... Oh, I was going to say, can he even it here? I'm not sure what happened there, whether it was a bad bounce, a lack of concentration. But he's staring down the barrel of giving one of those aces back to Matt at the moment. This is tough. You've got to say as well, a crucial shot at this stage to keep his momentum. Cameron Cooper, 4-2 on lane number 7. No. He's given one of his shots back. He's back to 2 strokes away now from Matt. Matt still with this lane to play. Matt's in trouble though. Matt's in big trouble. How on earth is he going to play this? Potentially just think it's like his first stroke and go for the rebound. Potentially straight up the hill. Okay, regulation rod time. This is drama at its highest right now. We're only on lane 7. Don't think he knows yet what he's going to do. I think it's a rebound off the right. This will be new territory for him. This will be a test of his adventure golf intelligence and ingenuity. All the skills he's learned in his career coming to this. Matt Ansley up the hill. And that's no gimme for a free either. Now, if he misses this for the first time in a long time, he will not have the outright lead. Matt Ansley now to keep 1 stroke ahead of Cameron Cooper. Can he do it? No. And where is he? Where is he? He's looking down the barrel of a 5. That's where he is. If he misses this, all of a sudden, he doesn't have the lead. He keeps his share of the lead. Oh my goodness. Lane 8. Wentworth, the double gaps, the double ramps over the first ramp. You can use the second ramp if you want, or just go straight over the gap. As the scores register, we'll see what that's done to the top of the leaderboard. Matt Ansley with a 4, Cameron Cooper with a 3 on the previous lane. But it's James McCarthy to go first here. Over the first ramp, he's over the second ramp. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic adventure golf here from James McCarthy. He really should have more races, you got to say. Look at that leaderboard now in the top right of your screens. Cameron Cooper, Matt Ainsley tied for the lead on 8 over par. It's Cameron first. This can be unpredictable, this shot. Over the first ramp, not touching the second ramp, just straight over the gap. That looks good. Although when you're tied for the lead, any shot is difficult. Okay, regulation rod. Yeah, I was going to say, I think he can get more relief. It could be that he's on the edge of a hill though. Right. Focus. No. And that could be him giving away his share of the lead that he's sought for such a long time. He's now dropped 2 lanes in a row. He's back to 1 under par for the round. Oh my goodness. Difficult to find the words, really. I mean, this is difficult as well. Okay. Surely going to be another leaderboard change after this hole, after this lane. Watch now as Matt, who was joint leader going into this hole, he could well get the lead back by 2 strokes now. He's cleanly over the second gap. Just needs this for a 2 and he'll be back in the lead with 2 strokes. He's done it. He's done it. I believe that's the lead by 2 strokes now. As we go to lane 9, Olympic. Not too much can go wrong here over those 3 little humps bouncing off the right. James McCarthy, first to attempt it. James now actually 4 strokes away from the lead. He hasn't dropped this round. Matt Ansley has dropped 2. Cameron Cooper did have 3 aces, but then he dropped 3, so he's on even par for the round. Cameron now, oh dear, that scorecard, it all started so well, but he's on even par now. Really, you don't mind being on even par at this point, but it's going to hurt after 3 aces, and that's going to hurt as well. He hasn't managed to clear the humps. Following the 4 on the previous hole, he's now 2 strokes away from Matt. He needs to get this to stay just 2 strokes away from Matt. I'm thinking this is a critical lane, but how many of those have we had in this round so far? A lot happening here in the final round of the New Zealand Open 2023. He's done it. He's done it. Okay. 2 strokes away from Matt still. Matt Ansley now. I think he might be behind the hump. He is. And I have to say, in all my time commentating adventure golf tournaments, I don't think I've seen a final round quite like this one. So this to stay 2 strokes with a clear lead ahead of Cameron. No. Okay, so just 1 stroke ahead for Matt Ansley. We're going to lane 10 now. Usually, in a typical round, lane 10 is the first place where danger starts to creep in. As we've seen, this round has been anything but typical. James McCarthy now. Rebound off the back. If you're too strong, the ball can end up at your feet. Good shot though from James. Cameron Cooper now. Even for the round. It's not a bad score, but with 3 aces, who knows what will be going through his head at the moment. How's he going to fare with the danger? Very well. Could it be an ace? It is! My goodness. 4 aces in the round now for Cameron Cooper. He's back to being tied with the lead with Matt Ansley. Matt still though with lane 10 to play. It's a good shot. Oh no, where's the ball going? In the puddle. Okay, Matt opting to mark his ball while they get rid of the puddle. He needs this now to keep his lead. It's been up and down all round. Don't take your time too much or the puddle will form again. Okay, so now Cameron Cooper, Matt Ansley share the lead on 9 over par as we go to Harbour Town, lane 11. Objective here to get between those two walls, miss the rock, and then get exactly the right contact onto this wall on the left here. Send the ball into the wall on the right. Extremely technical shot, this one. Finesse required. That looks like a good contact. Okay, now Cameron. 1 under for the round with 4 aces, incredibly. Currently our tied leader. 8 lanes left to play. He's missed the wall on the left where he did make some contact, but the contact was way too thin. It's ended up okay though. He can get a 2 from here. Some debris on the course, he can remove that. Yep, good 2. And you can see the ace percentage here is just 0.6%. How will Matt fare, our tied leader, with this finesse shot? He's hit... Oh, I thought he might have hit the rock there. He's managed to get a good contact on the wall though. Pace was a little bit too soft. But he should still get this for a 2. Now, lane 12, Royal Portrush. You want to aim at the wall just before the hump on the right here to clear those 2 wall obstacles that jut out onto the lane. James has done it. Pace a little bit too soft, but he's okay. And look, do not count James out either. He's just 3 strokes away from our joint leaders and he has been playing incredible today, just with an unfortunate drought of aces at the moment. Could we see an underdog victory from James McCarthy? Absolutely still possible. 7 lanes left here at the New Zealand Open 2023. Wind really starting to buffer our players now. Cameron Cooper here, our joint leader. He's safely through the 2 walled obstacles. Excellent shot from Cameron. Matt now tied in the lead with Cameron. 0.6 ace percentage, but he'd love one here. Oh, it was close as well. You wouldn't know that he's feeling any pressure at the moment. I think I'm more under pressure than he is right now from the looks of it. So lane 13, players will be hugging the wall down the right to get through onto the green where the hold is. We saw James here in the previous round completely left the lane. He's managed a nice shot though now. Do not give up, James, just 3 strokes away. He is due some aces. Cameron Cooper now, 1 under for the round with 4 aces. Unfortunate 4 earlier, but he's still tied for the lead. Fantastic shot, not afraid to attack the lane at all. Body language indicates he might be slightly unhappy with it, but at the moment you're probably unhappy with anything other than an ace. Matt Ansley now, 3 over for the round. No aces yet in his round. Great shot. Oh, almost a very lucky bounce. Almost. The skill that we're seeing from these players here, not just to make these kinds of shots, but also to not let the pressure impact them. And anything, it seems like it's egging them on. Lane 14 now, St Andrews. You bounce off the left. Just making sure that you have a clean line of sight to the hole for your second shot. Look at that scorecard though from James. 13 twos in a row. Is now the time where he'll get that ace. The ace percentage here is 7%, so it's possible. No, not quite. Either one of these 2 players now, Cameron Cooper or Matt Ansley, get an ace. Could be critical, and it is possible here. It's pacey, not pacey enough. The line was perfect. Matt Ansley now. No aces yet this round. Will he find one here? Possibly. No. Such a good shot. What he was looking to do though was just catch a little bit of that hump on the right on the way to the hole. If he caught a bit of that hump, it could have sent the ball towards the hole. Now, this could be the decider. I really believe it could be. Lane 15, the par 4. You have to make it up the hill if you want a 2. And it's no easy task at all. This could be it. This could be it for all the players here. Critical lane, this one, the only par 4 on the course. Just make it up that hill. Pace is good. Oh. And unfortunately, 3 strokes behind. That's probably game now for James McCarthy. Unless he can put off something special here, I think his chances of becoming the New Zealand Open champion 2023 are slipping away. There's only 4 lanes left. Hasn't been his day today. He's put up a fantastic show. Just hasn't found those aces. You have to hand it to him though. 14 twos in a row on this course. It's not easy. Both Cameron has dropped here, Matt has dropped here. James, the only player in our leading group not to drop. Can he keep that streak up? No. So it's his first drop of the round. I think now really it's looking like James will not be New Zealand Open champion 2023. Just hasn't been his day today. Cameron Cooper now. Critical first stroke. Tied for the lead. Needs to get up that hill, and he knows it. Pace is good. Oh! Now, the ball did not leave the lane, so he's fine. The ball did bounce outside the playing area, but it did not. It did not leave the lane. The other players agree. I agree. Obviously, a very important ruling. The top of the ball is allowed to leave the perimeter as long as it doesn't bounce outside the lane. That's fine, and it didn't. So I think the correct ruling was applied. Matt Ansley now. Don't think he is up the hill. Is it an ace? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a shot. How does that not go in? I think we heard Cameron say there. Wow. 3 lanes to go. Do not go anywhere. Lane 16. Royal St. George. Aiming right off the double bumps there. Again, it's another hole where you have to, it's another lane where you have to make sure you have a clear line of sight to the hole. Players will be rebounding off the left. James here, 4 strokes away for the lead. He's looking for magic and he's not found it. Good 2 there from James. Cameron Cooper now. Yep, safely with a line of sight to the hole. Great two. Matt Ansley now will also be looking for safe passage on his second stroke. Can he find it? It looks good. Very good. Great shot. So I believe it's going to be 2 lanes left to go and nothing separating our joint leaders at the moment. Can one of them make something happen? We're on to lane 17, Firestone. Players will be rebounding here, just left past the hole. Not too much that can go wrong unless you play too fast. At this point, I just want James to get an ace. He deserves one. I don't think it's going to be though. Cameron now. Ace percent here is 5.1%, 1 in 20. One of these players could make a move right now. Is it going to be Cameron? Yes! Yes, it is. Cameron makes a move. He is now the outright leader, but Matt still has this lane to play. The ball's in Matt's court. Golf ball, by the looks of it. An ace is unlikely on lane 18, so probably needs one now. This to stay joint leader. No. Is that the story of the New Zealand Open 2023? It would be a tough story for Matt. He's been leading so much of the day. But Cameron is a fighter. Lane 18, Augusta National. First call of order here. Avoid being behind the horseshoe hump. I'm sure everyone shouting at their screens at the moment. Please, James, just finish with an ace. Oh no. James. You gotta feel for him. It's 1 round now. Potentially 2 rounds, no aces. He certainly hasn't played like that. I think that's one lane that sums up pretty much his story for the day. Fantastic play from James, but no aces. Cameron Cooper now. Our leader by 1 stroke. Just needs to play it safe here. Don't, whatever you do, Cameron, end up behind the horseshoe hump. He's not behind the hump, but that's a test. 2 here keeps him safe. 3, then you're potentially looking at a playoff. What a final round this has been. Great 2. Great 2. So Matt now needs an ace to force a playoff. Just look at the leaderboard again in the top right. Cameron Cooper 8 over par. Matt Ansley 9 over par. But Matt has one final chance to stay in this. Miss it, Cameron wins. So there it is. Your champion of the New Zealand Open 2023 is Cameron Cooper, after putting up an excellent fight all weekend. Congratulations to all of our players here. They've given us one dramatic round of adventure golf. Thank you again to our local production crew here in New Zealand, Wellington, at the Golf Warehouse course. Thank you to the course for being such brilliant hosts. We couldn't have done this without them. That is it for the New Zealand Open 2023. Congratulations to Cameron Cooper, who wins the wildcard entry into the WMF World Adventure Golf Tour final and the title of New Zealand Open Champion 2023.